Hello, hello, hello. I am spiritual life coach Latricia Booker here with Kingdom Business, where we get healed, delivered, and free. Where we know who we are, we elevate our minds and our spirits, and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose. That is the truth of who God created us to be. So, first, I want to say thank you all for the likes, the likes, likes. Yeah, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and for all of your generous donations. I really appreciate that. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart, from the top of my heart. Absolutely. And so I'm here to share a message that was given. I'm here to share a message. It's pretty much just a thing that's going on in the world, in society, among human beings everywhere, among the collective humanity, like so many things, And so this is it. Here's the message. You do not need those who are not good for you. I'll repeat that. No. Let me add no. No, you don't need those who are not good for you. You don't need them. And this is where this whole thing stems from. People think they need people. It's this thing out here, codependency, where we're codependent upon one another, meaning those that think they need someone or need certain individuals to be okay. Feel like they need people in their lives to be okay. The issue with codependency is generally they're unhealthy relationships. Generally, they're dysfunctional relationships. I'm going to take it a step further and say generally they're abusive relationships. Whether it be physical, mental, emotional, financial, sexual, all of the above, or one or a few. So, you don't need those people. You don't need those relationships. One thing that I've learned is when you have God, you have everything you need. And sometimes God will put you in situations by yourself so that you can be dependent on Him and only Him. Now, I know there's this whole thing, and it's where we all need somebody, we need each other. That's true. Where it applies to the right relationships, to the right people, for the right reasons, for the right purposes, you have to put things in its proper perspective. Yes, we all need each other, but properly. Us all needing each other does not mean you have to be in an abusive or unhealthy or dysfunctional relationship with anyone. We all needing each other is simply you doing your part, whatever that is, doing your work, your healing work, your dealing with those unresolved issues, whatever it is God is calling you to do, being conformed to the image of Christ. Whatever it is for you, you move in that God moves you in, and you're doing your part among the collective humanity. And so, in that sense, yes, we all need each other. We all need each other to play our part, to do our part, play our role. But it doesn't mean we need to be in unhealthy relationships. Again, you don't need someone that's not good for you. You don't need a job that's not good for you. You don't need a situation that's not good for you. You don't need an environment that's not good for you. Now, I'm not saying sometimes we're not in these kind of situations temporarily. The thing is, even if that's so and you realize it's not good for you, you need to find your way out. Sometimes we have to deal with things a little while we work our way out. Understandable. Sometimes God will move you and say, let's go. And when God do that, it's time to go. Again, no. You don't need anyone or anything that's not good for you. It is God's good pleasure to give us good things. He said that the scriptures say the enemy came to kill, steal, and destroy, but Jesus came so that we may have life and have life more abundantly. Therefore, when you're in these unhealthy relationships and situations, that's the enemy wanting to kill, steal, and destroy your life, your abundance, really. The abundant life that Jesus came to give you. And so, when you conform to that or go along with that or stay in that, first of all, it's a form of bondage. Secondly, you'll never receive I ain't gonna say never, but as long as you're doing that, staying in unhealthy relationships and situations and being around unhealthy people, and I mean spiritually unhealthy, emotionally, mentally, especially if they're not doing the work to come out of that, to overcome, to evolve, to heal, to get free from that. And so, yeah, if you continue to go along and be in an unhealthy relationship or relationships, you'll never receive the abundant life that Jesus came to give you. You will never receive what God has for you as long as you stand in a situation or relationship that is not good for you. No, you do not need no one that's not good for you. Can they teach you something? Absolutely, yes. Learn what you need to learn from them, whatever that is, and keep it moving. You don't need them. You need God. You need Jesus. You need yourself. And this is the other part to that, where we do need others to do what we need to do in this world. Connections. God does use people to help us do things. The thing to that is allow God to orchestrate all that. Allow Him to bring those people into your life, and He'll show you. When you're aligned with Him, you know who's who and who's what, because He'll let you know. So even when someone comes and they're not good for you, you're gonna know. If you're in a situation or relationship and at one point in time it was kind of okay, but now it no longer is, because now they're no longer good for you, or maybe they never were but you didn't realize it, when you know God is moving you and leading you to remove yourself or whatever it is, do that, because that's His way of showing you that they are not good for you. And no, I emphasize, no, you do not need anyone. No one. That is not good for you. No, you don't need them. Now, you may be familiar with them. You may be used to them. You may know their demons. Y'all might have familiar demons. I'm just saying, or whatever. Familiar spirits, and or whatever it is. You may even be dependent on them for certain things. 9 times out of 10 in a very unhealthy way. Even if you're dependent on them, let's just say for financial reasons. If they're not good for you, you don't need them, which means you need to figure out what you need to do so you won't be dependent on them for financial reasons. And let me just point out, God will help you with that. If you go to Him and ask Him for help, ask Him to show you your way out, He'll do that. But you have to go to Him. You have to also be wanting to do the right thing. It doesn't, and the reason why I say this is because sometimes people can be out here wicked, but want to go to God for help. And I'm not saying that you have to come to God perfect, because none of us are perfect. Not in ourselves. We're only perfect in Him. But what I'm saying is you have to come to Him with a pure heart, with a heart ready to do the right thing, do things His way. Again, that don't mean you got it all together, but come to Him. It's a form of repentance, wanting to turn from the way you've been doing things and go His way. Go to Him and ask Him for His help, and He will help you. Literally. He will. God, listen. God's so dope. He will literally give you strategy. He will run down stuff to you and show you, do this, do that, and the other. Now, He don't always give us the whole thing at once, sometimes. But even when He don't, just follow the first set of instructions He give you. And then He'll give you more and more.